So Novo Nordisk is up 17.4% the latest month. They are starting to recover. Despite that, I'm still continuing to buy this stock. Started buying below the 50s and now almost close to 60 here if we look at pre-market on the cost per share, in this case, price per share. Despite that, I'm still continuing to buy the stock. We'll talk about that, and I will talk a little bit about the interesting anecdote here, an analysis from Jefferies on the impact that oral GLP-1 drugs will have on airline travel in this case, because this medication is obviously massive, but it's really hard to tell just looking at share price. As a matter of fact, let's zoom out a bit. I've talked a lot about just the income statement, the balance sheet, some of these things, but let's talk a little bit about growth and put it into perspective where Novo Nordisk is today. So back in early 2018, they first started selling Ozempic, and this was in the American market. Obviously, it became massively popular, as we can see from share price action. This reflects growth, massive growth in company earnings and great profitability also. Although the company slipped, they were losing market share to Eli Lilly for injectables. Let's see how the race in terms of oral pills goes, but just purely in terms of valuation from back then when they first started selling weight loss medication until today, the company could basically have gotten there just by selling insulin in terms of growth trajectory, in terms of using the same price to earnings that they had back then. It's almost at the bottom when the market was extremely fearful that they did not take into account the whole weight loss medication market, basically pricing the company as if that was not a part of it, as if they were not making money from it. It just didn't make sense to me, and that's why I started buying big back then, putting my paycheck in there. It's the fourth biggest position in the dividend portfolio right now. I show it here on YouTube. That's just me trying to take a portfolio from $0 to $100,000 as quickly as I can if I had to do the process all over again, basically. And that's where we are today at the start of the recovery. And I don't think that the market has priced in just how massive this weight loss medication is. We see, for example, from the analyst house at Jefferies, in this case, they talk about the impact of weight loss pills on airline profitability here. So I just found this to be extremely interesting. So with this new GLP-1 weight loss drug, obviously sold from Novo Nordisk and soon also very likely Eli Lilly with the small molecule version. I don't think it will be as effective as the peptide from Novo Nordisk in this case. That's just what I think based on, what's likely, what I hear from a doctor friend of mine. But a slimmer society, lower fuel consumptions. Airlines have a history of being vigilant around this. So from olives being without a pit and these kind of things. But Jefferies contended that a 10% reduction in average passenger weight could translate into roughly 2% total aircraft weight savings. So up to 1.5% lower fuel costs and as much as a 4% boost to earnings per share. So just big impact all around society. I mean, if you go on YouTube today, at least for me, and Google how to lose weight in Ireland, what I get as results is people doing skinny jabs, basically Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. So it's just here to stay. It's part of the culture now. It's a massive market and it's likely to just continue to grow. So as we can see, patients are getting their hands on the first GLP-1 pill for obesity from Novo Nordisk in this case. So the stock that I'm continuing to buy, and we will see how Eli Lilly responds in this case. There's always a first mover advantage to be the first one out in the market. You're starting to build market share before competition even has a chance to get there. It's like with the smartphone, with Apple just getting out there and being the first brand doing that, had a massive effect on market share versus Android. We've seen it in many other industries, and I think it's likely that we will see something similar in this case, especially the longer time it takes for Eli Lilly to get their pill out to market as well. So Novo Nordisk, in this case, I will continue to buy this stock when the next paycheck comes, and hopefully a refund on some taxes is going to land soon. I will put it all into Novo Nordisk as well in this case. This reminds me a bit about Facebook when they were losing a lot of money in the metaverse thing and stock absolutely collapsed. In terms of risk to reward, I see this as a similar opportunity, and that's why I'm putting my money into the stock. Of course, always do your own due diligence before investing into stocks. If you like the video, consider pressing the like button. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.